Overdub and reverb trickery to spice up your tracks. Next on Music Surgery with me, Dr. Bob. Hey you guys, quickly before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. And don't forget to check out the Doctor's Lounge, my store, and the links to some great samples below in the description of this video. So I've covered some of this briefly before, but I want to get more in depth with this important overdub and reverb process that's almost in every track that I ever work on. Watch this. All right, you guys, great reverb stuff this week. There's also a percussion trick, so you're getting 2 for 1. How about that? Anyway, watch this. I'm going to play a little and we'll get into it. Okay, so let me start by, I've gone over this in other videos, how important a tambourine is in a rock song or a ballad or an R&B song or a country song. Let me play you this in part, and I'm going to get my X tool here. When I X out, the tambourine will go away. Listen how things change when the tambourine goes away. All right, huge difference. You're not getting that nice shimmer on top of the snare, and you're not getting the depth that the reverb on the tambourine creates behind it. So first off, let's just go to the tambourine and address a couple problems with the tambourine. And then I'll show you something else. So the first problem we have, which I've kind of showed before, but let me show you again. Is like any normal tambourine or tambourine player. This one comes from Stylus, which is an older plugin that I've kind of gotten away from until recently and rediscovered it. There's a couple Stylus things in here before I miss the point. Here's the kind of stuff Stylus does, the tambourine and these loops. Anyway, a great older plugin from Spectrasonics. Still find it totally useful, especially for that movement stuff in the back and for percussion. Back to the tambourine. So as any tambourine is normally played, when you're shaking it, this part is where the hand slap is, and you can see how much louder it is than the rest of the tambourine, the shake. So this is where you get your movement, and this is where it splats with the snare. So many times what I'll do is I'll make these the movement parts. What I did is I cut these movement parts just then, and now by this volume right here, I'm gaining them up to be closer to the splat. You can hear how it changes when I didn't do it. Here's where I've gained it up. So that's going to give me the movement, and this is going to give me the nice, the splat with the snare is going to give me the nice reverb and 3D image behind the track. So just for now, let me just copy and paste this because it's all the same. Jaka, jaka, baka, daka. So what we've got now, let me put the reverb back on it. Here's the second pointer I want to show. So here's my reverb that gives me that 3D image and that really nice decay behind the track. Sorry, my paste was off. But as you can hear, now let's put that back in the track. Now we have a mess because what we want to do, let me double this track. So I've duplicated our tambourine track. And what I want to do is now take all of, the shaker parts, not the splats with the tambourine. I want to put them down to this track. And I want to take the reverb off the shake part. So now what we have is, let me duplicate my image here. So now we have this. So we don't have the shake, we don't have the reverb on the shake part, but we still have it on the hand slap part that gives it that nice decay with the snare. Now, I've also got separate control for all of these shakes. So I can bring those up into the mix without just compressing all of this together and compressing tambourine, shaking tambourine can be just an absolute messy noise. So let me get my hand slap tambourine where I want that with a nice decay. All right, could be too loud, too soft, no vocals in, but you get it. Now, I've got complete control over the EQ, the level, and if I want any reverb on the shakes. But listen how dirty these shakes are if I have reverb on those, like I do my hand slap tambourine. That's a mess. So let me turn this down. Still get the movement. Now I've got less reverb. Don't really hear the reverb much. But now together I have this. Amazing clarity, control. And here's another beef I have with tambourines. I hate it when this part of the tambourine, the tune 4, is on a side. Because to me, the tune 4 tambourine is part of the snare. So I always like that to be up the middle. But now, I could also move the shakes over to the side. So, like psychoacoustically, you're kind of hearing reverb on all of the tambourine, although it's only on the 2 and 4, and you don't miss the 2 and 4 being on the side because it takes over in the middle. So anyway, some great, tambourine spices up any kind of track, so always try tambourine on it. But separate out the shakes from the slaps, and then you have a lot more leeway to work with EQ, panning, and most importantly, reverb. Well, there you go. This will even out your tambourine with your snare and create a nice depth behind your track without washing out everything in reverb. Thanks as always for watching. Give me some comment love and a thumbs up below, and hit me at drbobmusicsurgery@gmail.com if you want to say hello or you want me to work on your music. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you the next time the doctor's in.